This information must come to you, European government, to know that from January it is most serious. God releasing. You can see that I am God releasing two tsunami to the government in Canada, in Ottawa, Ontario, one earthquake 8.7. Decision be made from your government from now. This is a God want to bring a government of Canada, which is a decision be made from now. My plan bringing your government on the world news to NATO European stand freezing your government country building on the Qasem Yarahmadi investigation from now, January 2023, before my war is happening, which is my war is on the way. God command my war is in the way, which is the war of God. Be released, ladies and gentlemen, to bringing guilty. God want to bring the guilty one, whoever was guilty in this case from Canada, on the world news, on the investigation. This information must go to the NATO to know that God released in a space attack from now to bring in government of Canada on the lawsuit, on the investigation between Canada and United States. Whoever was involved, decision for them will be made. Decision for USA Navy, for black culture in the CIA, DIA, USA Navy be made according to the God here. After decision will be made for your country, for your team in the United States, if you was behind the Canada and costing this. So this information must go to many people to know that the Spirit of God's command to the angel to raise in action in the space, and this action coming very soon, gentlemen, from January. Nobody know that how big God is going to release the tsunami earthquakes, which is happening, I believe, in Philippines happening, I believe 8.0 earthquake was happening in Philippines, which is completely everything be destroyed in Philippines. I bring it to you, ladies and gentlemen, God releasing basically angel to bring in this investigation to the Canada, but I understand their first capital city coming on the world news according to the gods to bring this investigation to the world news, and world can see crime of Canada, what they did behind my future, which is God bringing evidence here by angel of the God here. You can see that before happening, God want to bring that in the news. This information coming to all of you to know that, ladies and gentlemen, because message of God came tonight, just a little bit, maybe 2 hours ago, 1 hour ago. He told he never lost the war, but he will never lose the war because he give chance to Canada. Maybe they change, maybe they pay me. I prepare myself to move from Canada to not stay in their country, costing carry on. But that's okay right now because God want to bring government of Canada on the lawsuit, gentlemen. This was a plan from before, but God didn't change his mind. He only waiting for time. And time I bring into you, NATO government is here. God want to bring investigation even to you, NATO, by explosion from space coming, which is the third war will happen in NATO, to your government, for your department, your operation, for you did not freezing government of Canada under my investigation for crime of this multicultural Canadian Security Service, Muslim you can call, or Iranian or India, what they did cost behind my future. So this information go to many of you, United States government, US Navy, US CIA department. If you believe in Sandy Hurricane, it was a big, but you must believe what is coming is 2 times bigger according to information I have to bring in black culture. God want under my investigation, but this is not tsunami. This happened in TNT according to the space. My information, TNT happening from space because God will attack. God raising to attack, bring in this culture, your culture, black man, under my investigation for lawsuit inside the CIA, and God want I send into your CIA department, prepare FBI department, CIA, DIA for disaster in your country. 4, you did not. Freezing government of Canada by military action, by Russia government, or you can call other governments. You have many ways to do that, but you choose to carry on by black culture, which is a God command to bringing this to you, to know that space God releasing biggest tsunami ever was, biggest TNT ever was seen in the history is coming for this investigation to God bringing lawsuits against your department, CIA, for what you did cost behind the basically behind by Canada, by black culture. This information going to many of you to know that, ladies and gentlemen, God releasing a space attack from now, according to information I have, by TNT, nuclear explosion coming. NATO mostly people, I can say European mostly people, for this investigation God coming on the new, bringing on the world news, because according to my information, third war happening. I bring it to your evidence here. God released in third war not to know that because of Canada crime behind my future, this Canadian Security Service and their police and their RCMP behind my future, too many negative, and God want to bring news, word, to bring basically lawsuit against their government, to basically bring in their government on the breaking world news, to world can see that who was behind this case causing all this crime and negative, Muslim terrorists, or who was Iranian or India, everything coming on the news, NATO government or European, because you did not your job, God told. What God wants, he do his job. He got told, I send into you, NATO, he will do his job, what is the necessary need to do. Two tsunami will be released according to this man here, God. One earthquake is on the way, which is 8.7, and 2 tsunami, which is 1 tsunami will cause shaking the magnetic earth. Earth will shake by this tsunami. What is going to happen? And to bring in government of Canada got told on the world news and bring investigation to the black culture in the United States, CIA, FBI, and DIA for what the costing behind my future. And this happening in the United States, according to information I have, ladies and gentlemen, by TNT. By TNT happening, gentlemen. In the space God released in third world from now.